All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP community. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing tremendous amount of love on a day-to-day basis. Cannot thank you guys enough. This is a quite interesting update, of course. I'm going to share as to why I think that's the case. So, shout out to Vet for posting this. Decentralized identity on the XRP ledger just got activated. A building block for the next steps. Decentralized identity, credentials, permission domains, permissioned decentralized exchanges, and etc. A lot of people completely ignore the bigger picture in terms of the XRPL ledger. More people just focus on the native tokens price. And what if I told you, we have some big players in the industry that are projecting that we're going to actually end up seeing an altcoin season? And what could that look like this time around for XRP? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But before I do that, guys, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So we're looking across the board today, as we are obviously in Wednesday. We did see a little bit of a minor pullback as we did start off the day. We still have about a little bit over 24 hours left. Obviously, I think around 32 hours left until the month of October comes to an end. And there's still a high chance that we actually do end up seeing an all-time high for Bitcoin, believe it or not. Looking at the broader market, you're obviously seeing some coins seeing a little bit of a minor pullback today due to Bitcoin move. You're looking at XRP sitting at 52.4 cents, down about 0.7% in USD and down about 0.9% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap around 29.8 billion in the 24-hour trading volume at about $958.2 million. But that's not what we're talking about. We're obviously going to go a little bit more into detail about some of the things that we need to cover. But first and foremost, let's discuss this. Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan says, we're going above $100,000 on Bitcoin. He also stated, I would expect an altcoin rally even more so than a Bitcoin rally in the event of a Trump win. As I've stated, first and foremost, I know a lot of people, that have their own personal attachment to a specific candidate. You cannot, tell other people that their, votes are not important. Everyone has the right to vote for whoever they wish. But it's quite clear, under whose when there's going to be a massive impact on the crypto space, because this candidate, which of course is Donald Trump, has not been shy on talking about Bitcoin, on talking about crypto, on making crypto big in the US. So of course, I totally agree with the Bitwise CIO, because a lot of arguments going on in the crypto space as well. People saying we're not going to see an altcoin season this time around due to the fact that you are seeing a lot of regulation coming into play. But I do believe if Trump wins, we do see Bitcoin hitting an all-time high, it cools off a little bit, and then you see that money flowing into altcoin season, which a lot of people are anticipating, which potentially could bring a super cycle. But with that said, let's take a look at some other things. But I totally agree with Bitwise CIO on this specific thing. But of course, now this might have a lot of people thinking, what if Kamala Harris wins? I still believe nothing changes for crypto as a whole. Of course, regulation is going to come into play. We might see not much excitement, of course, because of course this candidate Donald Trump is rooting for crypto adoption, but I still think regulation and clarity is going to come towards crypto no matter who wins. But really wanted to kind of share this specific thing with you guys. It's quite an interesting thing coming from the CIO of Bitwise. But going further, we're going to come back a little bit later on this. You can really see Ripple partner hashtags on a potential Solana or XRP ETF. Solana and XRP tend to benefit the most from an open regulatory regime for crypto, and that's what the markets are betting on, which of course is Trump. The most important thing is to look at the Congress, how the Congress is going to be composed this cycle. So this is why the U.S. election is so important coming up. But speaking about a Solana ETF and an XRP ETF, if you've been following the channel, we've seen a lot of these big organizations actually filing for the likes of Solana. And today, specifically, Canary Capital has filed for a Solana ETF. Why are they doing this? Think about it. Why are they doing this? They're doing this because they know there's going to be a lot of demand for these assets. And speaking about an altcoin season, which I'm obviously going to kind of talk about a little bit in this video, if you're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is setting itself up for a new all-time high. Obviously we have about 2 hours left until the daily candle closes, and if it's able to close once again above $72,000, I'm projecting we do push towards an all-time high before the close of the month of October. But if the Bitcoin price does go up into an all-time high, I think leading up to the election, no matter how it goes, whether Trump wins, whether Kamala Harris wins, I think the sell the news event will definitely take place. With that said, then I think altcoins could rally this time around because, of course, depending on who wins. And if altcoins rally this time around, what you need to understand is XRP's clarity this time around in terms of, broader confidence is much more clear than it was last cycle. Last cycle, it was still reached a $2 price point with all that uncertainty. So what makes us think that, XRP cannot reach those market valuation this time around, if not higher in terms of the price? And of course, people are going to come out and say circulation supply is much higher, which of course is a valid point to be making. But I do believe if the demand is high, as we have seen in the previous cycles, I'm talking, more than even the last cycle, you never know what can happen with XRP. It honestly could even end up retesting higher levels than the previous cycle. So we're obviously going to keep that factor in mind. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you see an altcoin season really occurring this time around? Do you think, the XRP price is going to take a massive advantage of that? And, the most important thing I want to hear from you guys is, do you think we do see a super cycle? Because super cycle is extremely important. People are stating that, this bull market is going to lead into 2026. I'm not buying that even till now. You guys know that if you follow the channel from the beginning, I've been stating that, I don't think, this cycle goes anywhere further than at top, maybe around Q1, January or February. But of course, we need to see how this election goes, and then we could see whether or not we're going to see a little bit of more upside within this cycle and actually replicate, I think, the second bull market in the crypto space, where we saw actually a bull market lasting much longer. And this time, of course, regulation is coming in. A lot of big players are coming in. So who knows? Are they even going to allow the likes of these big assets, tumbling down the way it has in the past? The landscape is shifting. So is a super cycle really coming? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know what your personal thoughts are on the U.S. elections and whether or not you're going to see a massive pullback for the broader market. Thank you so much for all your support. Cannot thank you enough to each and every one of you guys. Continue supporting, and I will continue to bring out these updates for you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.